What'd you think about Day Shift, Rob?
I thought it was okay.
You think it's worth watching?
Is it worth watching? I will say
It is a yes
yes.
or no question, Rob.
I will say yes, it's worth watching. But have some...
You can't yes, but.
I can yes,
It's
but.
yes or no.
Hey, we're making up the rules as we go here. You know, there's no rules. I will say yes. It's a cautious yes, in that like you're not getting anything more than some cool action scenes throughout the movie. Like the plot doesn't really add up. The story doesn't make sense. The acting's sort of hit and miss all across the board with everybody. It's not like there's just one person that has some bad scenes. Like everybody does. But if you just want to see some cool, badass action scenes, which really there's only 3 of them in the movie.
It's only one.
Well, there's the one, the one big one in the middle is the one to watch. Yeah. Then I will say yeah, but it's not what I was expecting, which is John Wick with vampires. It was not that. That's what I thought it was going to be. And it's not that.
No.
What about you? Is it worth watching to you?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. No. I thought about it long and hard.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. There's nothing, and I need to get something from it.
Right. Yeah.
And I got nothing.
Yeah.
I can walk away. If I see this, if I saw it, didn't see it, my life doesn't change. You know what I mean? Like when I saw Prey, you know,
Sure.
like I'm thinking about the movie, I'm thinking about scenes in it, like, you know, like,
So-
you know, like, but when I watch this, I'm like, all right, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give this a 5.2.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to give it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Because probably more because it had so much potential.
Oh, 100%, bro.
With the vampire getting turned, buddy cop movie, with the lore they're trying to build here, with the familiars versus the juniors versus the uber vampires, with the El Jefe story.
Yeah.
There was so much shit they could have done with what they were kind of right into it that they just did not touch on. The vampires being in the daylight, not knowing it, like all this shit they could have touched on, and it was like, nah.
I gave it a 5.5. There were times where I was like, I'm going to give this a 6. It's a 6. And then there are times like, I'm going to give this a 5 because it's just average. So a 5.5 in the middle. There were like, this was a Netflix thing. Netflix, like you specialize in doing miniseries, like short run series. Like this would have been so much better as like a 4 episode.
Oh yeah.
Like 1 hour each thing. Cause then you could have packed in more lore stuff, right? You could have packed in more time to develop the story and whatever. Because I feel like this movie was really let down by trying to contrive this story of the ticking clock and the daughter and the money and like all the lore stuff and the union and everything like that. Like spread it out. You know,
and the money became no concern.
It made
after the movie.
No.
You mean like it just be like, okay, fucked it, but like I don't know.
And I was so excited because I was like, it's John Wick, but with vampires. Like that'd be vampires jumping all over the place and fucking, you know, doing all this crazy shit, and we get 1 scene of that.
Yeah.
Well, 2 scenes, sort of.
Yeah.
It started off so strong. You know what I mean?
It did, yeah.
That opening action sequence in the apartment was so scary and so awesome. And like the vampire just wouldn't die. Like no matter how many times he shot this fucking vampire in the head and the chest, nothing. It was like he couldn't kill it. And I was like, man, vampires are indestructible.
Yeah.
Scary as fuck. They're bending all crazy and shit.
Yeah.
And then we go from that to every scene after that. Vampires just become worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And that's not how you do a movie.
No.
You do a movie the opposite.
Yes,
where things get scarier and scarier as they go along.
More indestructible.
And more indestructible and more tense and everything. In this movie, the most tense scene was in the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Totally agree.
Oh, man. I still think it's worth watching. Maybe. I don't know.
You see?
I
IMDb gave it a 6.2.
Okay.
Which is okay.
That's fine.
Rotten Tomatoes, critics 559.
Okay.
And then the audience gave it a 62.
Okay. That seems about right.
Yeah. And that's how good the movie was.
Yeah.
No.
It was a shame. I was really excited about this.
For full episodes, find us on your favorite podcast provider. Check us out on flicksworthwatching.com.